Alrighty, so hopefully this will be another good match. Again, with this deck, always just blinding first, because this format, every deck wants to go first. I think it's as simple as that. You just want to get ahead by a turn or two, because there's too many decks that will get quick prizes that you just need to go first to get set up before they take extra free prize or two. So that's something that will be very important early on in the format. It's just picking first. I think it's as simple as that for every deck. So this hand doesn't have the out to Kangaskhan we want, but that's fine. We started one of our better starters, which is the Teal Mask Ogre Pawn. So here against Rockets, my game plan is to take a one prize knockout with hopefully a Kangaskhan, and then we can take a two prize knockout from there. So here against them, we're just going to discard the Petron in the water. Petron isn't for rockets, and water's not necessary. I could actually say it's the grass here, because we can attach water to Kangaskhan for energy switch, which may matter. So actually I'll do that. I think that was incorrect, my first thought, but let's check our prizes. Latios. That's really it for Pokemon. Crispin. There's one. Crispin. Energy switch. Ultra Ball. Grass. Nothing too important. Excuse me. So here, as always, we just lose retreat into Kangaskhan. Either draw for attachment. When attached to water, I'll pass. Usually their deck doesn't get a turn one attack from my experience playing against the Rockets decks. They go for a turn two Mewtwo attack oftentimes, or just Spite Ops prize trade. Those are their two strategies. So we'll see what they get. And the big thing here is that I could be wrong what deck it is, but so far I think that it is that deck based on everything they've done so far, unless this is a tech Articuno for a matchup of some form. But okay. This is going to be more of a wall deck. I think that is, keep this because it's going to be interesting. The strategy against this kind of deck is going to be a little bit different. I'm assuming there's some form of EX wall, so we'll need our Passimian for this matchup. But with this, now knowing this cornerstone, what I'm going to do is going to start with a Teal Dance, because I want to try and draw my Cyrano. Then we'll use Run Errand, see what I get. Cool. So here, I'm going to knock him off a Raging Bolt, and I'm just going to be super aggressive here. I'm going to Crispin first. I have Lightning and a Grass. Put the Grass in my hand. Attach Lightning here. Attach Fighting. And I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Area 0 and the Kangaskhan. I really care about this Grass here. I think we're going to have plenty of bench space, so I'm not all that concerned about anything. I'm assuming their deck has Retreat Lock, but we have Petron, and we have Pheasantipede in our deck, so I'm not all that concerned about it. And since we prize no energy, doesn't matter what you discard. I think you're supposed to just keep the fighting because of Passimian, but we have all the answers to their deck, so as long as we play this well and don't give them an opening, we should be totally fine. And we can play this very slow. I just want to be aggressive because I don't want to take any chances. I think that what they're going to do is try and Retreat Lock, like I said, our Latios for a bit, and then do something after that, because, excuse me, this is what I think their deck is going to try to do. I think that they could be playing, I think it's the Giraffe, I forget the name. I know there's the EX where it's a stage 1 that it cannot take damage from basics. That's the scariest thing that they could have against us, but I don't know if a Cornerstone wall deck would play that card, is what my thinking is, though. Alright. Let's see what they do, and then we will decide from there. Okay, so Crustle. I think Crustle is a matchup that's going to be pretty good for us with how our deck is constructed, where we have access to Passimian. We actually did prize Passimian, I forgot that, but that is totally okay. I'm a little bit unsure why they're going for the Cornerstone again, but that's okay. So here, I'm just going to start with Teal Dance, because I would prefer to not use Crispin this turn. Okay. I'm going to Crispin, get a Lightning and a Grass. The Grass in my hand. Attach Lightning active. Attach Grass. And I will knock them out. And since we have one fighting in deck, I will keep the Lightning in play. We're in a very strong position. We're down 2 prizes, which means that If we hit our Simeon, we are good to go. And if not, Crustle is going to be very scary to deal with otherwise. So I believe when I checked my prizes that we prized it, if I remember correctly. And yes, we're in a kind of awkward position. I think we're in a very good spot overall as long as we have access to that Pokemon. Let's see what we draw here, and then we can decide how to play this. I'm going to start with a Teal Dance to draw a card. Okay. I'm going to play this slower. What we're going to do is we're going to train a Kangaskhan, and we're just going to set up. I'm just going to run Darren this turn, draw some cards. It's very slow. I'm just going to start, just take a turn to fully set up, and I want to make sure. Okay, now Persimmion's in deck. I apologize for saying the wrong thing, but also, never mind, that Pokemon cannot attack. I was going to say we can. We cannot. So I'm going to get these three. Or these three. What we're going to do is play this very slow and set up for a big Persimmon knockout. Do this and pass. They can't stamp us, can't really do anything important. They go 0-6 us, but it's not really a big deal. Keep Grass Trumpet, Area 0 at Meowth. So these matchups is very good for us. We didn't put Persimmon in our deck, it's an auto loss to be frank, but with Persimmon in our deck, these wall decks that are based around Crustle can't really beat us. Now that they had to play Heroescape as their ace spec, it's just too difficult for them to win, and we should be able to just get the victory with our Persimmon attack this turn. I think it's kind of showcases like how you're supposed to play against random thing. I was wrong about this being Rockets, but I thought that this was a still going to keep this game as a highlight because I think that's very important. So here, I just want to guarantee the victory. I don't want to take risks. I just want to get the Crispin down, and we should be good to go. I'm just double checking. When it's like this, always double check. Make sure you don't make mistakes when you play things like Ultra Ball. Always just double check that you have the cards you want. I'm going to do it like this because I think that it's too important for us to get the knockout this turn. I don't want to take chances. I think that the game is impossible for us to lose as long as we get the knockout because they are forced to keep the Articuno in play. Attach. Let's run Darren. Draw my cards. Retreat. And then I'm going to keep my one bench spot open for Petron just in case. 1, 2. Use Glass Trumpet in the deck. Get ready for an energy switch. Get my types out. And yeah. This is a match that's going to be very good for us. Their deck just doesn't have good answers for Simeon. This is a showcase of how to really handle when you face a random deck.